Hello everybody, it's your boy WEEZYFMAMBA and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look, finally, at Fear the Reaper, the brand new 1v7 asymmetrical horror game coming out soon on Steam and possibly on console, depending on how well it performs. And I cannot wait to check this out. A couple weeks ago, or about 12 days ago, they released the Resident gameplay. We have been waiting for them to release the killer side, aka the Reaper side, so we can react to both videos in one video, if that makes sense, and kind of get a real look at how everything goes. And so I am super excited to check this out. A brand new, like I said, 1v7 asymmetrical horror game called Fear the Reaper. We saw the announcement trailer for this probably almost a year ago at this point. So we've known of this game for a while. It now seems to be finally moving in to its final steps before launch. So super excited. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to watch this in two parts. Same video, so don't front. The first one is going to be the Resident gameplay, which is essentially the counselors or the victims, as you will, or survivor side. And then we will be watching the killer side, aka the Reaper side, to kind of give you guys some stuff. This is gameplay footage of both sides. Let's go ahead and pop on over, and we're going to mute the mic, and we are going to go ahead and watch it and dissect it one by one. We'll dissect the Resident gameplay first, and then we'll dissect the killer Reaper gameplay. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Resident gameplay trailer.
Welcome to Fear the Reaper. As a resident, you and up to 6 teammates will face off against a ruthless killer. Your primary objective is to call the police and prepare for their arrival. Find a map and it will reveal the possible locations of the payphone. You'll need a bit of money to make the call, so don't forget to loot and find some first. After a certain period, if the team fails to make the call, the exact location of the phone will be revealed to everyone, including the killer, so be careful. Once the call is made, signal boosters will become available around the map. By default, only one police unit will arrive in town. Find a missing wire.
Quickly
Find
switching
a
to 4K,
booster.
sorry.
Install the wire and activate it. The more you activate, the more units will arrive, increasing your chances of survival. Each map offers a unique objective. For instance, one lucky person can escape on the bus. Find a ticket and board it once it arrives at the bus stop. If you're feeling up to it, you can attempt to kill the killer. Beware, this objective is extremely difficult and the only one requiring flawless teamwork. As a resident, you can crouch walk, and sprint. Crouch walking is the safest form of travel. It's entirely silent and hides you from the Reaper in his vanished form. He's invisible to you, but you're invisible to him. Walking is fairly silent, but no longer keeps you hidden from a vanished Reaper. Sprinting is the riskiest, as it allows the Reaper to track you using his ability to detect runners. Unlocking a door from the outside requires you to lockpick it. Press the keys shown on the screen to advance. Miss, and you will set off an alarm, alerting the killer to your location. You are safe while lockpicking, as long as you don't make any mistakes. Beware, if the killer was stalking you, he may already be inside. The Reaper operates within 2 modes, stealth mode and chase mode. When searching for his prey, he'll be in stealth mode. He has no footsteps, and the only indication of him approaching will be his breath. He will be trying to sneak into your house. Be careful when trying to leave, as he could be standing right on the other side of the door. If he makes a mistake while sneaking in, you'll hear an audible sound, alerting you to his presence. In this mode, he can vanish and become invisible. He could be stalking you without you knowing. Always stay on high alert. Once the chase begins, the Reaper becomes much louder. He has very loud footsteps. He can no longer quietly sneak in and instead has to violently break down doors. Initially, he's also forbidden from vanishing. At the start of the chase, you are faster than the Reaper. Use your speed to gain some distance. Utilize line of sight blockers and darkness to escape his gaze. An eye icon visible on screen tells you whether he can see you or not. Try to keep your flashlight off as much as you can. It makes it much harder for him to track you. When inside a house, your goal is to sneak away without him noticing. Listen to his footsteps and the sound of the door breaking down to pinpoint his location and try to leave. Keep window blinds closed to prevent him from seeing you and extending the chase. There are only 2 exit points. He will be trying to trick you, but you can do the same. Use resources to your advantage. A shotgun temporarily stuns him. Anti-anxiety pills disrupt his tracking and can fool him into thinking that you've left the area. They also allow for you to sprint safely without being detected. A screwdriver will jam and block any door for 10 seconds. Use it when running out to prevent him from following. Then use the environment to remain hidden. While you have the initial speed advantage, it's not unlimited. As the chase progresses, he becomes faster while getting closer to becoming enraged. You must lose him before that happens. If it does, he can once again vanish and grab you without spawning back in. Gain some distance, ensure you've lost line of sight, and utilize stealth to remain hidden. When grabbed for the first time, you will have to hit the key shown on screen to survive. Pressing the wrong one or reacting too slowly means death. The killers have some useful and terrifying abilities at their disposal. For example, a few times per match, the Reaper can appear in any closet you happen to look at. While lockers can be used as hiding spots and often contain valuable loot, be very careful when approaching them. At the start of the match, you will be given a unique role. These offer powerful abilities which will help you and your team. The most important one is the Final Girl. She is the main character of the match. If she survives, every resident will receive a substantial cash bonus, even the dead ones. She will make you more powerful in endgame. Once the police arrive, she will know the location of one of the units and can lead you to safety. Bring her with you to the kill endgame, and killing the Reaper will become a little easier. If you let her die, however, the Reaper will become more powerful. Protect the Final Girl. Call the police, ensure more units arrive, gather weapons and resources to prepare for endgame, and try to survive the night. There are many secrets we'll leave you to discover on your own.
Wow. All right. Absolutely awesome. We're going to go ahead and back this up a little bit just to kind of show, because I got to play this ad and skip it. That was fucking awesome, dude. I'm not going to lie. That ambiance really felt like it was actually scary. You know, a lot of these ASIMs like DBD, I don't get scared. TCM, I'm not scared, right? Phas, I'm not even scared in Phasmophobia. And that's not an ASIM, but you know what I mean? This is actually sounds like it with the jump scares from the Reaper with no terror radius. Sounds like it would be freaking awesome. It's going to be a lot of jump scares. I feel a lot of screaming on stream, the streaming, you know what I mean? Super exciting about that. Obviously the payphone scenario, got to gather some cash, some coins in order to call the payphone in a timely manner. If not, then the killer can see where the payphone is located on the map via this particular logo. And then of course, what was the main thing that I was talking about was the amount of environmental uses. As you guys saw, obviously many doors, we have skill checks, your typical scenario, obviously audio clues and visual clues of where people are located, kind of like auras. We do have some in-game screenshots of the killer side here, which looks like up here, closet, ambush, detect runners, and a rage meter. Super cool on that. But what really impressed me here, I think, obviously is the method you can, as a victim or as a resident, you can crouch walk, and sprint like normal. However, crouch walking makes you invisible, and it also turns the killer invisible, so you can't see them. It's a good strat because you can't be detected. This may be a lot of crouch walking around, get some objectives done, and then book it by sprinting. But honestly, this is going to be some of the biggest jump scares, dude, because if the Reaper can go into, you know, his stealth mode where he can't be seen and he's floating around, as you guys saw, like right here in this particular scene, where he's kind of chasing this person, and then he's able to get in. Where was that scene? Maybe it was before. Yeah, it was this, right? Where he's able to go in beforehand and then get around you. Something like that. There was a scene I saw of it. But this was impressed me too. Obviously, the hiding scenarios like this. You see, this is the killer POV right here. How he's floating around in front of her to kind of go behind and then go front. That's so cool. And then, of course, the really impressed me was the garage door. I don't know why, but even the garage door is eligible to be used to open and close. Where was the scene with the garage door? I think it's right here. The screwdriver mechanic. There's so many cool things with that residents can do. And again, very, very awesome. For that, I think this too. Okay, close. Where's the closing of the garage door? Right here. Look at this. Look at this. Bang, hopping in, close the garage door. Look at how smooth that was, dude. Look at how smooth that was, bro. Okay. Super dope. Obviously, what it looks like, from what I heard, we have a 3 hook, quote unquote, executions. You get grabbed twice. You'd use your audio or your visual cues for you to get out of the hold. And then the third one is certain imminent death. Super cool. And then, of course, the awesomeness of just in general of a darker kind of more on the horror jump scare side of things instead of just gore and slaughter. That is the official Resident gameplay. We're going to pop over to the official Reaper gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. This is the trailer for Reaper, the killer side of Fear the Reaper. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Fear the Reaper. As the killer, your job is to seek, chase, and kill residents. At the start of the match, you have unlimited time to hunt. The residents will be trying to call the police. Once they make the call, a timer will appear. Terrorize and kill as many as you can before the police arrive. If they fail to make the call within a certain time limit, the location of the payphone will appear on the map for everyone, including you. Once the police arrive, hunt down the remaining residents and prevent them from reaching a police unit. When not chasing anyone, the Reaper is in stealth mode. He has the ability to vanish as long as no resident is looking. When in vanished form, his default speed is considerably faster. Hold the sprint key to go even faster. Use this as your main method of traversing the map and searching for prey. To appear again, ensure that no resident is within a 5-meter radius and that no one is looking. When vanished, you cannot see residents who are crouched. To attempt to kill, approach a resident and press the grab button. Your victim will have to successfully hit a QuickTime event to survive. If they're on their last grab state, they will die automatically. Approaching a locked door in stealth mode will present the option to sneak in. Press the indicated key when the expanding and contracting circle is smaller than the static one to make progress. Failure still grants progress, but makes noise and risks alerting nearby residents. You have no footsteps when walking in stealth mode. Use this mode to your advantage. Try to stalk and sneak up on a resident, set up an ambush, and attempt to kill. For the first 2 minutes, the Reaper has no tracking abilities. Patrol the streets, peek through windows, and try to find a resident early. If any of them set off an alarm while lockpicking a door, an orange X will appear and linger on their location for a short period of time. A red X indicates that one of them entered your territory. Prioritize those, as those foolish residents are insta-killable. Once your tracking is ready, you have a few more tools at your disposal. The Reaper can attempt to detect sprinting residents. Use the ability, and any currently sprinting resident will leave a footprint mark. Approach it, and an arrow will show you which direction they were running when detected. This ability is on a short cooldown, so use it often. When in range of a resident, an icon will appear on the screen, indicating that someone is nearby. The radius is fairly wide, so use your speed to quickly narrow down where they might be hiding. A resident is briefly immune to all of your tracking if using anti-anxiety pills. Locking eyes with an uncrouched resident initiates chase, and the Reaper enters chase mode. Your footsteps are now loud, and initially, you're forbidden from vanishing. Your movement speed is slower than that of a sprinting resident. As time progresses, you become faster, and your rage buildup increases, indicated on the lower left. Your job is to keep up and make sure you don't lose them. They will attempt to hide and utilize houses to shake you off. Do not let that happen. In chase mode, you can no longer sneak in. Instead, doors break down if hit 3 times. Each house has only 2 exits. Use mind games to ensure that they don't sneak away unnoticed. Use windows to keep track of them. Glancing at a resident, even briefly, keeps the chase going, which in turn builds up your rage. Once enraged, you can break doors with 1 hit. Most importantly, you can once again vanish, and unlike in stealth mode, you can grab residents without the need to appear. Once you successfully grab, your rage buildup resets. Each killer has a unique ability. The Reaper can perform a closet ambush. When prompted, press the ability key. You will teleport to a closet a resident has recently looked at, burst out and go for the kill, or vanish and prepare an ambush. One of the residents will have the final girl or the final dude role. Their death makes the game more difficult for the residents. If you manage to deduce who it is, taking them out could prove beneficial. Hunt, chase, kill, terrorize, and have fun.
Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was awesome. Okay, so first things first, we got to go ahead and go back here. There's a few things that I want to point out. And what this is what we've all have been waiting for. A game, a horror game that prioritizes stealth gameplay. All these other games that we have played are being rushed, as in TCM Victim Rush, DVD Gen Rush. Nobody is in here fearful for their lives as these survivors, and survivors have always, even Evil Dead Rush, Survivor has always been more unbalanced, in my opinion, on every game that I've ever covered than this. But this seems already, just from the stealth mechanics and on both sides, that it seems pretty balanced. We'll have to obviously wait and see. But even on a 1v7, the killer does seem that the Reaper does seem that he has a lot going for him as far as his utility kit and what can be done. I honestly think this game looks fucking awesome, dude. This game looks awesome. Stealth gameplay, okay? No more as victims rushing, okay? Obviously, everything that you do rushed is a problem. You have to make sure that you hit those skill checks correctly, or else you got an audio clue and a visual cue. Same goes with sprinting. Visual cue, the killer can track you like Johnny. There's so many things that I noticed here that are just awesome and really promote the horror side of things. Stealth gameplay. Terrified to move or terrified of this and that. I really, really think that this game is going to be a huge hit. I'm not going to lie. And the map looks great. I hope there's more than one map, but it looks pretty large to me, just from the amount of time that these people were sprinting. The closet ambush, super dope. And then obviously just all the kit in general. Yo, that juke was awesome on the garage door here. Super dope. That's the gameplay side for Reaper and Resident gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, for Fear the Reaper, the brand new game coming out, 1v7 asymmetrical horror game by Pleasantly Friendly Games. Their Steam page is up. You can wishlist and follow on Steam. Fear the Reaper. Okay. And obviously, like we said, the release date is not going to be, or hasn't been announced yet. So to be announced. Okay. So super exciting about that. Holy shit, y'all. This was pleasantly a banger. In my opinion, pleasantly a banger. And now that I know that I can play PC games on my PC, since we've been playing F13, this is exciting to me because I most likely will be able to stream this for you. And I'm super amped. We're going to be covering Fear the Reaper from here on out on the channel. Don't forget to front on that, okay? Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Is this a certified hood classic? Is it a banger? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, turn on your notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I go live here on YouTube and anytime that I bring you Fear the Reaper news. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.